So the all WNBA teams have been made and the voting is officially here. Honestly, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Like, how you can make the argument that Paige Bueckers and Aaliyah Boston deserve to have the same amount of votes is beyond me. Like, that is absolutely beyond me. How a Kelsey Plum did not make an all WNBA team is beyond me. Like, Kelsey Plum not making the team is wild. Veronica Burton not making an all W team, wild. Wild. Like, the Aces at 2, justified. No Kayla McBride, no Courtney Williams on an all WNBA team. But Paige Bueckers on the second team. This is like when they put Enrique on the team last year. I remember when they put Enrique on the team, like, how the fuck did Enrique just make that team? I'm like, how did they actually, in good faith, put Enrique on the all WNBA team? Last year. This is not as bad. Like, putting Paige on this year is not as bad as putting Enrique on last year. Putting Enrique on the all W second team last year was literally the worst. That was one of the worst calls I think I've ever seen. But, like, also, 4 people voted for, didn't vote Kelsey Mitchell on either of their all WNBA teams. Like, that's mad. That is actually mad. I am really shocked that, Breanna made an all WNBA team. Who put Breanna on the first team? Name and shame them. Whoever puts Breanna on the first team needs to be named and shamed. Whatever 2 people put Paige Bueckers on the first team needs to be named and shamed. I'm sorry. Like, that's awful. Paige Bueckers on the all WNBA first team is crazy. That is crazy. Who? Why? Why is she on the... Whoever voted for her on the first team. This is like the person who voted fucking Angel Reese first team last year. But we've seen crazy votes before in the past. I still can't believe more than half the people voted Paige Bueckers second team. But also, like, she got 36 votes first or second team out of 72. I'd say it was really close to those last 2 spots. I still think it's hard. It's hard to put somebody on the team when they won 9 games. As well, even though, like, it's also a weird one talking about it because it's like, is all WNBA purely individual? Because on an individual basis, she was spectacular. But her team was so bad. Or do we have to reward winning? Because if we reward winning, the Minnesota Lynx, like, they won... What did they win? 35 games? Did they win 35 games on the year? 34 games? They won 34 games. They went 34-10. And after going 34-10, they pretty much got one player. Not pretty much. They got one player on an all-W team. They got one player on an all-W team and one player on an all-defensive team. For me, I'm like, that doesn't seem enough. It does not seem like that is that's enough. Like, I think they absolutely should have they should have had more. But then it's like, again, that's the real question. Like, do you like push team success? Do you reward team success when we're talking about the Lynx, or do you reward individual success? But then also, when you're recording individual success, when you're looking at individual success versus team success, then where does Kelsey Plum come in? Where does Kelsey Plum come in? Like, I think it's hard not to put Kelsey Plum on an all-W team, and you didn't, because her team was nearly at 500. She averaged more points than Paige. She averaged more assists than Paige. She definitely didn't on a worse field goal percentage. Like, she did it on 42% from the field, 35% from 3, but 90% from the line. Like, I wonder what the true shooting percentage was, because she shoots a lot of threes. Like, I want to see, was her effective. She might have done it on a better effective field goal percentage than Paige. So I think it's a really tough one. Like, because again, like I don't hate this. Like I don't hate this. Like I think it's I would have forward them in Kelsey Plum instead of Paige. Like it is what it is. I think the 3 people that didn't vote for Alicia Gray on either of their All W teams, or the 4 people that didn't vote for Kelsey Mitchell on either of their All WNBA teams, is a much bigger deal than Paige Bueckers getting 34 second team votes. Getting less than half the people said she was a second team member. The 2 first team votes is crazy. But by the way, also, you can maybe argue that Paige Bueckers, should have been there instead of Breanna. Like, you know what? I'll actually, for Paige stands out there. You know what? I take it back. She deserves it over Sabrina Ionescu. Like, she absolutely deserved it over Sabrina. Man, Sabrina's PR it's like nothing we've ever seen before. Sabrina Ionescu is some of the greatest PR in sports. Like, she's fine. Like, Sabrina's good. Sabrina's a good player. But her PR is mental. Like, it is it's mental, because everybody's there talking about, Sabrina Ionescu as, she was, what was it? The players and the media were like, she's the second best guard in the WNBA. What? Says who? Like, well, says the players, but like that's just not true. That is just not true at all. But look, it's not a it's just, it is what it is. Look, none of these are as bad as Enrique making it last year. None of these are as bad. 2 Fever players made an All W team. Fair. Absolutely fair. Like, an All W team, them making an All W team would be, like, is objectively good. It's objectively good to see 2 Fever players being on All W. And look, if one of those things that you have to for that to happen is, Paige Bueckers making the team when let's be honest. I think Paige Bueckers is All W talent. I think she is one of the top 10 most talented players in the WNBA. She did not have a top 10 season last year. I think we can be honest here. She didn't have a top 10 season. She just didn't. Like, Kelsey Plum had a top 10 season. Albeit, again, I don't know why we're talking about Paige. I'm talking about Paige. I don't think Paige should have made it. But, like, at the same time, Paige deserved it over Sabrina. So I want to take back all my Paige Bueckers slander. But, yeah, either way, it'll be interesting to see next year, because Paige isn't going to get a pass for any of the, for the losing next year. She's not going to get a pass for the losing. She's not going to get a pass for the 4-quarter meltdowns. And you can't even call it a 4-quarter meltdown. The 4th quarter, just, I'm not going to shoot. Just not shooting in the 4th. Like, none of those are, like, she's not going to get away with that for another year. So we'll see in year 3. We'll see. They're the same age, so we're going to be judging Paige year 2 versus Caitlin year 3. Because they're both going to be in the same place. That's when we can have that conversation again. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.